Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Open Cluster Management Community Meetings. Today is December 20th, 2024, the last meeting of the year. So, on the agenda today, Queen House is going to talk a little bit about the restructuring our website a little bit. So, Queen House, without any further delay, please feel free to take it away. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Today I want to talk about our website. So previously I have this PR, but I did not push it because I have some concern. But so recently, I think we received some feedback and thoughts on our website. So maybe it's time for us to think about our website structure and we can help to refine it. The more concern is that so today with more concept and operations added to OCM, like what we add the route strategy, the placement strategy, the templates, and the manifest work replica set. There are some a little bit complex the concept, and all these concepts are mixed in, and their operations are all mixed in the concept section today. So for a new OCM user, they might feel it's hard to understand some basic idea of OCM. So I create PR to refine our website structure to make it clear for the OCM users. The first idea comes from Mike. He mentioned that maybe we should surface our core concept like a cluster inventory, the workload distribution, the content placement, and add-on extensibility. This four core concept to our concept section so that it might be more clear for the users. I add a screenshot for what it will be like after we make the change. And want to know your thought on this. Will this looks better? Also, since we add cluster profile, the cluster profile will also be a subsection under the cluster inventory. And we will still have architecture, policy, and cluster control plane, but other concepts will be organized under this four core concept.
So, why is policy and okay, maybe multi-cluster control plane we can argue a little bit, but I feel like policy and I'm hoping multi-cluster control plane will be under the add-on extensibility too. I know multi-cluster control plane is not an add-on, but it's kind of like it's an optional thing, right? It's not the core concept. Because then when I go to the concepts here, then it's just architecture and the four things that we describe on our main web page. I mean, did you? Oh, I didn't. I didn't. I forgot the. Can you go to the main page? No, I don't mean the policy page, like the home page for OCMIO.
Homepage.
So if you scroll down here, so I was, so I was thinking, okay, we got those things, and then the launch app anywhere and the config secure, those are policy and app, right? So those two things should be like a like add-ons, I guess. I don't know if we need to. I don't know, but the key thing is I was hoping that I don't know why the add-on has to read more, but not our like core ideas, which is the inventory, the work, and the placement. So that's why I'm like okay, like the yeah. So I was thinking, hey, you know, if we have those core concepts, which you did, which is great, and then we can now put the we more or whatever underneath cluster inventory, and then it points to that page. Then I don't know. To me, it feels a little bit more logical. What do you?
Yes, I personally agree because today we have a long list of concepts. It makes me feel confused. We have so many concepts.
So, are you okay with? And I guess others, please feel free to chime in. Are we okay with putting the policy and the multi-control plane under add-on extensibility? Because if we go with Queen House change right now, they are on the same level as the inventory and placement, etc.
If we put policy, should we also put other add-on concepts under the add-ons?
Yes, I think so. Oh, okay. Oh, you're saying policy has its own thing up out there. Okay.
So what's the difference between the policy and the integration part here?
I think in policies set is only explain some concept like the policy, the placement banding policy set, but in the integration, it's about the architecture and how you can install it.
Yeah, seems to me that these two can be merged together. I think one of the possible ways in the concepts, we only keep the extensibility or add-on extensibility. And for policy and multi-cluster control plane, we move it to the add-ons and integration. So for policy, we already have one, but we could merge these two docs together. For multi-cluster control plane, it could be another item in the add-ons and integrations. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I think. So for concept, the add-on only maintains some core concept in the cluster management add-on and manage cluster add-on concept in this page. But for other detailed add-on, we move it to the integrations.
Yes, and I think one possible way is in the concept we could have some link to the add-ons and integration, indicating that there is some existing add-ons already. You can take a look, etc.
I think it sounds makes sense. Also, continue on this. Do you think how do you feel on this page? Will it be a bit longer, or do you think it's fine today? Especially the add-on and placement, it has so much concept here. For example, the add-ons, we have some install strategy and route strategy, but user might be confused how to use it. Do you think it's necessary to put it on the concept? Or maybe we should move it to a user scenario?
So I'm more of an amateur when it comes to developing add-ons, so I can give a more fair. I feel like I can give a little bit more fair assessment. So I come into this add-on page and I didn't get the information that I was looking for. I had to actually go into the developers guide, I think, and then to go into the so Quinn Hao, could you go to the developers guide section? And then like this this is the page that I actually use to do my I think it was this page. Is this the page that talks about the add-on template at the bottom?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't-
do we talk about add-on template in the concept page and the add-on concept page?
Not today.
Maybe not.
We don't have template in the concept.
Yes. So okay. Yeah.
So
I
I think there's two part of the add-ons that we need to maybe clearly specify. One part is how do you install and use an add-on as an user, and another is how do you want to develop. It doesn't need to be like too much details in the concepts here, but we probably need to clearly separate these two scenario in this page and link to another page.
agree.
Okay, so we need to keep the concept in add-on be simple and easy to understand, but more detailed, we should put it. But since today we don't have a user guide, we only have a quick get started. So maybe we should put more detailed operation to the user scenario. It sounds not a good idea to put it in the get started. Get started should also be some basic options user need to know.
Yeah.
Or do you think we need add a user guide?
But I thought we have that. We have the add-ons and integration in the getting started, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. So whatever the concept, whatever we're gonna refactor. It sounds like we're gonna do a little bit of changes to the add-on concept page to shrink it a little bit, like you said, and then we just link out. Okay, for users, go to the add-ons and integration to get started, and then for developers, go to the add-on developer guide to actually develop the add-on, I guess.
Okay. So get started section is more like a user guide. We have quick start and others are some
Yep.
detailed options user can do.
Yeah, and I feel like that multi-cluster control plane, like after I went through some of the content, should be should be plugged into here. I feel like because it's I don't know. I mean, we might have to ask. But I definitely don't want it to be on the same level as the as what your change proposed, which is the cluster inventory and all the other key concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Another concern is when we change the structure, some original link may not work.
Oh, but I thought Zhao Shu solved that by he opened a PR that has alias, so we just need to remember to add the alias and then it will make it backward compatible ish. So I mean,
Okay.
and I tested it; it works great. So yeah.
Okay, that will be good. Okay. Oh, I think we have talked about this, my concern that we should move some operations to the quick start. And a last thing is about something might be missing in our website. Want to know your thoughts. For example, the frequently asked questions. like in the KubeCon, I have been asked many times about the difference about the manifest work and add-on. Which one should they use? Maybe if we add this page, user can get more clear on the difference. And
Yeah,
another thing
good idea.
about, yeah. Okay, maybe we can continue discuss this first.
I think this
I-
this is a good idea. Do we have maybe we need to do we know what questions, how many questions do we have?
Or maybe we need to search the GitHub and Slack.
Yeah, and it's different from troubleshooting, right? I think we have a troubleshooting
Yes.
part.
Troubleshooting today is under the concept of each like placement, we have a troubleshooting.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different from troubleshooting. I feel like it'll be. I feel like the question that Kun Hao mentioned is a great one. Like the add-on versus like why use an add-on basically? Why use an add-on over manifest work? For example, that's a really good question. And also, or even why use OCM? I mean, but should that be in FAQ or because I get that question a lot too, like why use OCM over other stuff? Why? Yeah. How does it benefit me to use OCM, for example? Or what is OCM? I mean, so that gets to the realm of why isn't it explained in the concepts or but it is a question, right? It is kind of a question. So I don't know actually. Okay, go ahead, Greenhow. Sorry.
Maybe we can add this page first with a
Yeah.
few questions, and we can add more next.
No, but the add-on versus manifest work question. I mean, please, that'll be a great start because But should that be in the add-on concept? Like it should have been mentioned in that add-on concept. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused.
Oh yeah, so add-on and manifest work are in a different section. Maybe add it to the queue and it's more clear.
Yes. Okay.
Next thing is about the API changes and supported versions. It's also mainly, for example, the placements. Today we put the change notes under the concept of each. Like the many class set, we have some API change. Maybe we need to add a standalone page to mention about it. Also the feature gates, which one is alpha, beta, and default enabled, something like that. Do you think we need one like that? Also the add-on framework, we have make some changes, but all the supported version are in the developer guide. We don't have a place for user to find all of this.
I think it's a great idea, and I think all the old existing places where we do an ad hoc mention like this, we'll just reference that new page. But the only thing is we have to. It's another page we kind of have to maintain, like instead of letting it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I think maintaining it will be a bit hard. for especially that we, for example, for each version, we need to remember that we need to add supported version on a separate page. Are we able to like to set this website as versioned? Like we can select a version for a certain document. We cannot do that, but maybe the document itself need to be versioned is also.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So Shuzhao, if he's in the call, he's not, but I guess we can ask him since he's the one most recently did the framework. Because I
Yeah.
think that's what Argo CD did. Like if you look at their Argo CD doc, you can pick the latest, or you can pick the stable, and then you can choose the version. So then it makes it a lot easier.
Yes. As I remember, when Shuzhou restructured the website, he mentioned that this new website can support versioned doc. Maybe you can confirm with him offline.
Yeah, if that can be implemented, that I think that would also be for the good for the backward compatibility, right? So the old links will not be broken. If different version have different docs.
Okay, I will check that offline. Okay. Do you have any more thought on this topic? Okay, and the last is about some our new experimental features like the cluster profile, or we add some new feature gates. Do you think we need to highlight it in our website? Or maybe it's already in our community's change log, right?
Yes, it's in the release note.
I don't think we should have a experimental section, because that just means like if I go to a website or go to a project and there's some experimental stuff, I'm not gonna click into that one. So I think what we have right now is good. We just mention it in the change note, the feature gate, instead of creating a section and group all the experimental stuff together.
Yeah, makes sense. So add a FNQ section. This will confirm with Shuzhou. Last, we don't need it. Okay, I think that's all I want to discuss today. Any more you want to talk about?
I think we might need to, I don't know, on the pages, it might be a lot of work, but on if you're rewriting a page or you're making some edits to a page, I think it's worth it to copy the contents and then paste it into like a Google Doc or some AI tool or whatever to see if there's some obvious spelling and grammatic mistakes as well, and then just fix it along the way. Because I for example, even on the homepage, I realized like I just saw it. If you scroll down a bit, yeah, I feel like I'm not sure if the M should be capitalized, for example. And there was another thing that I saw, but I can't see it anymore. Forgot if it was content placement. Yeah, I forgot where it was. Cluster inventory. Oh, like content placement. You see the P. The P is not capitalized.
Yeah.
And if you look at work distribution, the D is capitalized, and cluster inventory, the I is capitalized. So stuff like that. I mean, like just the minor stuff. That's something that we should do. Also, if there's a bot that can do it in GitHub, like I saw there's a bot that Zhu Zhang was interacting with, like some AI bot for some issue. So if we have a bot, we have a AI bot that can just look through our PRs and pick up these obvious spelling grammatical mistakes. That'll be pretty good too. I mean, just another thing to keep in mind.
Yes, this is a good suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, it's on our homepage, right? Okay, that's all. No, Queen Hao, this is excellent. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
taking this effort.
Okay, that's all from my part. I will update the PR later.
Thank you. I have a question for Zhu Zhang. I saw you close out the issue for the what was it called again? The custom signer allow for a different namespace, and then I saw that Qzhang did a release or maybe one or two release recently. So does the new release contain that change or no?
No, the release Qgen just release in just containing a security fix, and this is the signer namespace will be included in the OCM 016 release. It's in the main branch, but it's not released yet.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, so you can have Travis the latest code.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Qzhang, do you want to talk a little bit about the release, or you, as Zhang said, just mostly a security release?
Oh yeah, this it's a security release. And we also I want to also tag new class ADM, adding the 0.15.2 release. But the E2E test of the class ADM still have some issues. So I need to take a look at that. So that's the reason I haven't notified in the channel. But there's a PR about class ADM to change the latest to the 0.15.2, but it hasn't been merged yet.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zhang.
No problem.
Okay, that's all the topic we have today. Any other questions, discussions? Okay, thank you everyone for a great year. See you next year. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.